Hello students, myself Dr. Vinita Rathod. Today we will discuss introduction about cell division. Before we start studying cell division, we must know vocabulary of cell division. There are two types of cells, somatic cells and germ cells. Somatic cells are the body cells. These are the cells whose genes will not be passed on to the future generations. The second type of the cells are called as the germ cells. These are the cells which are destined to become a gamete in the form of either egg or sperm. Germ cell is a cell whose genes can be passed on to the future generations. Depending on the number of chromosomes present in any cell, cells can be categorized into two types of cells, diploid cells and haploid cells. Diploid cells are the cells in which two sets of chromosomes are present. All body cells are the somatic cells and the somatic cells are the diploid cells. Haploid cells. Haploid cells are the cells which are having n number of chromosomes in them. All gametes, that is sperms and eggs, are haploid cells. Cell division. There are two types of cell divisions. One is the mitosis, the other is meiosis. The mitosis is the cell division which occurs in somatic cells. The meiosis is the cell division which occurs in the germ cells to create new sex cells in the form of gametes, that is male gamete sperm and the female gametes ovum. We know that all living cells come from the pre-existing other living cell. There are two types of cell divisions, mitosis and meiosis. During mitosis, the nucleus of the cell divides to form two nuclei with identical genetic information. This occurs in the somatic cells and one mother cell divides to form two daughter cells which are having identical genetic information. The somatic cells divide by mitosis. There are certain cells which keep on dividing constantly. For example, the cells which are present in the embryo. They keep on dividing to form a new individual. The skin cells. As we know that skin is the largest organ of the body and it is always exposed to the environment and it is having many chances of getting disruption or damage by various things. So wear and tear takes place, and to come out of that wear and tear, repair is required. This repair is done by the mitosis of the skin cells. Similarly, the gut lining cells. The intestinal wall also gets damaged due to food, so it is also be repaired timely, and these cells are also divided by mitosis. There are certain different types of the cells in the body which rarely divides or do not divide at all after maturation. Examples are the brain cells or the nerve cells, the cells of the spinal cord, and the cardiac muscle cells or the heart muscle cells. Reasons for mitosis. There are three main reasons for mitosis. The first and the most important reason for mitosis is the growth of an organism. Any individual grows by increasing its number of cells in the body. So, by the process of mitosis, they increase the number of cells in their body and they grow. The second important reason for mitosis is the repair and healing. Whenever any wound or any damage takes place in the body of any organism, it is repaired by the new cells, and these new cells are produced by the process of mitosis. The third reason for mitosis is the asexual reproduction. Many lower animals and most of the plants reproduce themselves asexually by means of mitosis. Reasons for meiosis. There is only one main reason for meiosis, is that the sexual reproduction. The meiosis is also called as the reduction division, as it reduces the number of chromosomes from mother cell to the daughter cell to the half of the number. The diploid number are reduced to haploid number of the chromosomes. To maintain the race, the gametes must contain half number of the chromosomes whose fusion can produce the similar diploid race. The meiosis reduces the diploid condition into haploid condition, and therefore it is also called as the reduction division or the meiosis. Characteristics of mitosis. A diploid cell will give rise to a diploid cell. The chromosome number remains the same as in the mother cell. So the daughter cells and the mother cells are having the same number of chromosomes. There is no change in the chromosome from mother cell to daughter cell. The DNA remains identically same. There is no change in the DNA material of the mother cell and the daughter cell. Here, one cell, which is diploid mother cell, give rise to two daughter cells. They are also diploid. It means the mother cell is also having 2n number of chromosomes, and the two daughter cells which are produced by the process of mitosis, they are also having the same number of chromosome, that is the 2n number of chromosomes. Characteristics of meiosis. Diploid germ cells divide to form haploid gametes. Chromosome number reduces to half. One diploid cell give rise to 4 cells. They are having haploid number of chromosomes. Here, the gametes are produced from the germ cells. There are two different types of the gametes, male gametes which are called as the sperm, and the female gametes which are called as the ovum. Both ovum and sperm, when fused together to form a zygote, then n number of chromosomes are coming from the egg, n number of chromosomes are coming from the sperm, and then again they become the 2n number of chromosomes. And thus the maintenance of the race by keeping the diploid number same, the meiosis is very essential because it reduces the number of chromosome from mother cell to the daughter cells by reducing half of the number. And that is the reason the meiosis is called as the reduction division. From one mother cell, there are 4 gamete cells produced through the meiosis. With this, we complete the introduction of cell division. In the next videos on cell division, we will discuss about mitosis, meiosis, and differences between mitosis and meiosis. Thank you.